Hello, everybody. My name is Daniel Young. I'm the owner and founder of Adaptive Perspective LLC. I believe it's my purpose, my calling, to help you identify your dreams and help you reach your financial freedom destination and maintain it so that you can pass your wealth on to the next generation. You can grow wealth several ways. This video, I talk about one of the ways we are using to grow our wealth through closed-end funds. And until I can share a screen through YouTube, I will not be doing live videos because I need to share a screen, and my current status doesn't allow me to share a screen. So, yeah, and since I'm unwilling to pay the extra money to live broadcast Zoom via YouTube or Facebook, I'm recording videos in advance. This video will continue to show you what I'm offering through our closed-end fund master list, which is information, the consolidation of data, the funds we own, how we filter the data, and then the recommendations built based on all that filtered data. So this is an unedited video. Who knows what you'll hear in the background. What you see in the background is a computer lab at my high school. And I'm filming this at my high school, and this is actually video 2 because I started this yesterday, got about 95% done, and then had some confidential information pop up on video, which negated the whole video. Attempt 2, and even that, I'm behind the times. I generally record these on Saturday or Sunday because they prep up the week and go over individual stock picks or individual closed-end fund picks that I would offer or suggest, but I'm behind. So I still need to record this as much for my benefit as anybody else's. So reminders, this is unedited, it's raw. This is not getting sent off to some video editor on Fiverr. I'm going over our financial investment strategy of using closed-end funds instead of investing in single entity stocks. I will demonstrate how we filter the data housed in our master, and then trim that down into more manageable pieces. And I'll offer targets based on what we currently own, and offer a suggestion, maybe 2, on where to start if you don't currently own a closed-end fund. Disclaimers: I am not a financial advisor. I am a financial strategist. The information contained in the video is provided on an as-is basis and does not represent personalized investment advice. Information is from sources believed reliable, but no guarantee or warranty is made as to its accuracy. I updated this list on Monday morning, so it hasn't been updated since Monday morning, so the prices are a little bit different. I may be invested in some of the closed-end funds recommended or reviewed in the video. The full transparency on that is we own the ones that are colored in blue. The ones that are colored in purple come from recommended sources, and the ones that are colored in green are just interesting funds that I still track. I assume no liability for your use of the information contained herein, and encourage you to educate yourself on the market, to consult with a licensed professional, and to know your goals before investing in anything. And although I say all of that because I quite honestly have to say that, I encourage you not to be afraid to walk your own path. And I don't speak like the herd. I walk in limited company, and sometimes I walk alone, and I'm okay with that. When we started investing in closed-end funds, I did not consult with a licensed professional. I read a ton of material. I operated a blog at the time and made a file on kind of the starter points or the foundational structural data on what investing in the market actually looks like and means. And since operating that blog, I've stuck that material on my Facebook page. So if you search for Adapted Perspective or Navigate Your Finances, you'll find the page, which has the same banner as this YouTube page. And then if you go to the files section, you can look for stock market terminology, and it'll talk, you can read the file and it'll go over all the different stock market terminology. Maybe not all. Again, this is live video, and that's my next bell, or at least that's the next bell for the school day. All right, so the closed-end fund master and how we sort the data. So I need to share a screen. All right, so this is the closed-end fund master. Because I did this yesterday, the data is here, but there are currently 438 closed-end funds. And across all funds, the average annual yield is 8.78. And from the information at the top, the dark gray is a yield less than 6.5% or over $16 a share. Light blue is what we own. Purple is recommended and was last systematically updated. Meaning, so updates. I update this file monthly. All 438 or however many files or closed-end funds get added. I do a complete system update every month. And then every target, every 1, 2, or 3 asterisk target gets updated every week. Of each individual category, I mean, the blue we own, the green are interesting, the purple are recommended. One of the people I follow posts the stocks that they are invested in. And the last time I went through all of the individually recommended stocks in purple was October of last year. So based on market data before the market opened on Monday, take the list, take all of these targets, and come over to the videos. I started this yesterday, but it didn't work. So we are one column off because of this current right here. So I like to know what we currently have prior to investing. So before we really get into the nitty-gritty of things, we want to sort out everything that's at premium price. Come on. And then we don't have any plans to add a fund on top of what we already own. That means we can take out a considerable amount. But probably the easier way is to come up to yield. We'll sort in reverse, so the highest yield's at the top. So this company, GER, just raised their dividend. The ex-dividend date has not posted. If it's like last year, it'll happen in the 3rd week of the month. So you can still buy it and get the dividend for this month. But that's kind of my metric on the limits. So it was here, and the prices dropped. So if it was, say, 13, that percentage is my metric on the gray section. So anything less than 6.5, that was based on. Again, I'm in a computer lab and random people come in for any number of reasons. Let's see, GER's metrics. So at some point, their dividend was 6.5%. There we go. But since the metrics changed, I'll probably update our metric on the other page. Since we're not looking to buy anything, we're not gonna, I'll be honest, we're gonna eliminate a lot because, so my general goal has been to try for a 9% annual yield with any new stock we buy. So if you want to know what we already have, and then what I would offer based on membership at some point is full access to this list. So this is what we have. And this is something I've created. I didn't find this anywhere online, so I made my own. The funds, these are the funds we own. So it's the funds, when we bought them, how much we bought each section or each group of funds at, what the average price is, our total investment, the dividend a share, dividend per period, and then I track dividend per purchase group because that plays into here. This is the scheduled or the anticipated dividends. And then this is the real-time actual dividends. So I look at what we earn in dividend a month, but I also look at how that affects the year, how that was last year, how that was the year before, and then have an overall running total that filters back in over here. So yeah, dividend period, the annual dividend, overall yield on cost from all the purchases. I used to track the averages on the net asset value and the discounts, but that doesn't really matter. So I just track it by purchase, accumulated dividends, the dividend return of investment. So if you look at this screen over here, it'll tell you how that works based on the spreadsheet. Next bell. The current cost per share compared to back over here was the existing cost per share. So it'll tell you the overall return of investment and then our total ROI based on the share price and the dividend. And then it'll tell you, this tells you an overall profit and loss based on where everything is right now. And then when we sell things, it goes in gray. And it has a sell price, a sell date, and what we made or lost. And then every dividend category has its own place. So this is all monthly at the top. These are the values for the month. So how many shares we own, which doesn't really matter. Overall, the total investment, the dividend a period, so that every month, base minimum, if we're not invested into anything else paying in a different category, base minimum level, we would get $113 a month in dividends off of that amount, which is that much dividend, which is a little over 10%. That's pretty good. We have our alternate paying dividends. Category 1 pays first month pays the first month of the quarter. So 1, 4, 7, 10. Category 2, 2, 5, 8, 11. Category 3, 3, 6, 9, 12. And then the total values overall. So as our individual dividend amounts increase, so all the oil, energy transfer, natural gas companies have rising dividends for the most part. As those increase, this goes up. If other things drop, it fluctuates a little bit down. Our overall dividend ROI continues to go up because we continue to earn and gain dividends every month. Let's see. So we'll go back to here. So since we don't plan on adding anything new, we're going to delete some more stuff. We're also going to delete some other companies. So FEI I like, but I don't like their dividend structure. They have not increased their dividends since the pandemic. Versus GER, KMF, KYN, and NML, all energy transfer funds have increased their dividend at least once, if not twice, 3 or 4 times. FEI has been the same thing. Now it's consistent, but at the same time, it's not increasing its dividend. We used to own a fund called DDF. I love DDF. Fairly consistent monthly dividend, but they also paid a hidden dividend, a special end of year dividend. Well, then AGD bought the fund as well as another one, and they don't pay as good of a dividend. It's still 8%. That's great, but they still don't pay as great of a dividend. And I don't know what to think about their overall fund, so I'm not planning to add more there. AOD, we bought at a time based on what was in their fund and management, but I don't quite like their structure and strategy. Rumor has it, I mean, the people I read and people I listen to, they like its projection. I'm not happy with what I see so far. HQL is a healthcare fund, it's a automatic dividend reinvestment program or plan, automatic drip. So it can sit there, hang out, and gradually get more fun, like fractional shares added to it. But it's not where we need to invest right now. USA. So, well, I'll get to this. USA is going to stay on the list, but I'll get to why in a little bit. KMF. KMF has been a great performer for us. But last I heard, KYN, which is the sister company to KMF, is going to buy out KMF. And it's not a one-to-one transfer. So we own, I think, 150 shares of KMF, and it's not a straight one-to-one transfer. I think it's maybe 0.88. So for every KMF share, it's not one-to-one, it's 0.88 in a number converted into KYN. So if I'm going to buy something and it's not a one-to-one or a better than a one-to-one transfer, then I might as well just buy the next company from my perspective. EOD is not where we want to invest right now. I like what they have. I'm neutral on the company structure and what they've done overall. It's a great dollar cost average for us, but it's not the best place to park our money right now. NML makes the list. These four do not. FGB is private equity and business development. HFRO has consistently had one of the steepest, biggest discount to NAVs. And I don't exactly know why. Part of that, I think, is company structure and how they're run. The other part currently is it seems to be they have a lot more commercial REIT than a lot of people realized, and that section of the market is facing a lot more struggles than the residential or industrial section of the REIT market. The other thing is, a year to 2 years ago, HFRO tried to leave the closed-end fund market. The management asked the shareholders, hey, we have your permission, and the shareholders said no. And there's less trust between the management and the shareholders. The dividend has stayed the same. It's not grown. The share price has fluctuated, and most recently it dropped. And I think the recent drop is more because of the real estate investment trust market they're invested into. But the distrust between shareholders and management is still there. So it's a great DCA buy, but I don't really want to keep the fund long term. So that leaves me with these 5 options. FGV for us is an amazing DCA buy. An amazing DCA buy. And yes, it pays a fantastic yield. It's been a consistent dividend. NML, Energy Transfer, still a great DCA buy. They've increased their dividend, I think, twice. KYN has consistently raised their dividend. GER has aggressively and consistently raised their dividend. USA makes the list. So that when we buy companies, I look at the overall discount to NAV. And I try to pick funds that have a greater than historical discount to NAV, or a greater historical discount to where it's like a double discount. Like if they're last 5 to 10 years, I mean, you can look at the whole time frame of pricing on CEF Connect, but it's really the last 5 to 10 years that the economy, and like every troubled economy, I mean, we're all just up and down. But if we base it on just the last 5 years, that's a little easier to measure. But even if you go back historically, as long as the company's been alive, we're trying to get the best discount we possibly can and the best deal for the money we possibly can. So we want to buy when the discount is greater than its average. And ideally double its historical average. So FGB, NML, KYN, and GER, that applies to all of those. USA makes the list because it's a great dollar cost average buy. And it's, let's see, and its historical discount, though not perfect, it's close. Let's see if the page will load. So currently, I mean, that data was from 2 days ago. Currently, it's just minorly discounted, but it's discounted. So if we look at the last 6 months, it's break even. I mean, that's positive, but we'll just say break even. For the last year, it's 2% over what it's worth. So for every, if it's discounted, so if we'll say $1. So if break even is $1, in this case, we're paying 17. I don't even know the conversion of that. Like if it's 1%, it's 99 and 99 cents instead of $1. So in this case, it's paying 99.83 cents instead of a full dollar. If we look at 5 years, it's about 1.5. So it'd be like 88.5 instead of paying the $1. So when USA hits below break even, from my standpoint, it's a great buy, whether it's this discount or whether it's a steeper discount. The other reason, or the additional reason, is the DCA buy. So USA is another automatic drip. So every quarter they pay us money just to take it back and give us fractional shares. So if I take away the fractional shares, which influences price, right? We're looking over here, this ROI. So with the fractional shares, it's a 16.5% loss, which is not great. All right, let's just call that for what it is. But if I take the fractional shares away, it jumps, right? So the fractional shares actually decrease our overall share value over time. So based on that statistic alone, it's a great buy for us. Now, we're not going to buy anything at premium. We buy discount and discount, right? But it's still at 0.67 or 0.17 off. It still makes the list on discount. So what to buy? These are oil, natural gas, and energy transfer. FGB is business development and private equity. USA is an investment into companies who primarily exist in the United States. Now they do invest in some other things, but the bulk of their investment is into top companies in the United States. I don't think you'll be at a loss for investing into any of them. For me, what's been warring in my mind is I love this company, and I like to buy shares in 50 share groups. So it's what we have the money for. I like GER, and I like all 5. But what's been warring in my mind is these 3 specifically. And what I like about this spreadsheet is you can see what a 50 share investment into all of them looks like. And based on USA's pricing, right? I can buy 100, well, I'm not saying what money we have and don't have, but you can buy 100 shares of USA, still get that. This is on a quarterly payment, that's on a quarterly payment, and you can see what the actual dividend would be a year based on your overall investment. So those are my top 5. I think if we had the money, I would go here, but that's me. If you have the money, all 5 are great investments, as are a lot of other funds we own. But these are my top 5. So take it where you leave it. Invest based on your own strategy and do your research. Yeah, and then I've got to bail for class soon. So if you like the content, consider subscribing to my channel and head over to Facebook and join my group there called Navigate Your Finances. The link will be included in this. Remember, you're the captain of your ship. You have the power to change your life and financial future. Many people will offer to help you, but only you can make the choice to do it. Make it happen. Shock your world. It is far easier than you realize. You just got to make a little bit of change. Just a little bit of change, and you can change your overall course and direction. Would I consider selling access to this closed-end fund master? Yes. Have I figured out how to do that? No. Platforming, hosting ability, access, all that stuff. I still need to figure out the best ways to do that. If you are interested, by all means, feel free to comment on the video. And I think that's it. So I will work on better organizing time in order to make these videos, and then I will continue to make the memes and break down financial memes based upon our strategy of investing. So until the next video, I am signing off. So this is Daniel Young signing off. See you on the next one. Hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.